What the fuck is up, everyone? Happy Friday. The socks are banned.
Are they?
Both socks, all socks. White socks, red socks, physical socks. I'm not fucking around. I'm not even wearing socks today. I don't give a fuck. You can see my feet. I'm not wearing them. I'm not fucking wearing socks tonight. I'll be at the Nats game. I'm not fucking wearing socks. I'm going shoeless Joe, sockless crab. I'm fucking done with them. If you guys wear socks today, you're not a rider. If you're wearing socks on your feet, take them off. Take them off. Anti-socks. Fuck the dogs. Fuck the socks. I hate everything about them. They find ways to lose day in, day out. Yesterday, the White Sox had the Orioles down to their last fucking strike. Yeah, Lauren, if you wear socks, grow the fuck up. Plain and simple. Take them off. Let the fucking pups breathe. Let them breathe. Fuck, man. I should be charging for showing feet like that on stream. You guys should be paying me for that. That shit ain't cheap.
Crazy.
That shit ain't cheap. The White Sox last night losing that game after literally strike 3 was thrown and not called a strike. I'm not going to pull it up here, and I'm not going to bitch about this long because I fucking hate bitching about plays, but my God, that was a bad one. And then the rookie hits his first career home run on the next pitch after strike 3 was not called. And then the White Sox blow it in extra innings because Batista is the best closer in the AL. He's definitely up there. He's up there for top 3 closers in the league, in my opinion. Holy shit. What a ride. And then the Red Sox lose in extra innings for the second night in a row. How about it? How about them socks? Fuck socks and everything about them. You won't find me wearing a sock for weeks. Sorry. Don't care. If I have a wedding coming up, don't care. Not wearing them. Have to go to church. Doesn't matter. Not wearing them.
Dogs out.
Barefoot.
Dogs out.
Barefoot. Dogs are barking for weeks. I'm not fucking wearing them. Can't support them. Fuck the socks. Fuck them. So that's that. The dogs were not barking last night. Speaking of dogs, sent a bazillion straight bets. None of the units really returned home. Disgusting. But we cashed a 5-piece prize picks. I hope you guys tailed that shit. It was absolutely free. They were saying it was rushed. They were saying it was forced. Well, it paid out 10x. How about them? Absolutely surgical. I'm happy you came in at the end and made the call and said, you know what, Krabs, grow the fuck up. Put in Peter's 2 entries. And if it loses, you can bitch at him, but it's probably not going to lose. I'm happy you did that. I mean, literally the freest thing of all time. I couldn't even stay awake. I was sick to my stomach with how bad my straight bets were last night. Couldn't even stay up to sweat out that Benintendi run. Didn't end up scoring. Beautiful.
Let me tell you,
greened out goblin. Boom.
You're lucky you didn't have to sweat out that Benintendi run. That was painful.
Redemption day. Yes, SBR. What happened? Give me the rundown.
Well, I mean, the Yankees blew through Caprillion, right? So, I mean.
Yeah, he blew.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it wasn't his fault because, like, he still pitched bad at the end of the day. But in the second inning, they had a pretty blatant strike 3 call that would have ended the inning, and the Yankees blew it open for, like, I think it was 5 runs. like with 2 outs.
It was already chalk, though, in the second. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
That's beat.
Yeah, I mean, he would have gotten out with – I think he would have gotten out with no runs at that point. But
yeah,
they Benintendi had 4 at-bats in the first 4 innings. So that tells you something. He had 3 hits. He was on base. He was
everywhere. I saw him on second base twice and before the 6th inning.
Yeah, he got stranded on third at a time. And then not the worst part because it was crazy, but the end, he was in scoring position or he was on first, and then somebody, I forget who it was, might have been, I forget who was hitting behind him at this point. I think it might have been Aaron Hicks, but drills a liner off the pitcher. So now he's on second with 1 out. Pitcher gets hurt, and then they have to bring in a position player. They bring in Sheldon Noisy to pitch. And then he mows through, hitters. He goes 2 straight outs with him in scoring position in the 8th, and then the 9th, like there's still the 2 that he gets up. still a chance that he gets up, and then Noisy goes out there and throws a 1-2-3 inning.
Oh.
A perfect outing. It was absolute torture. I thought I was so shocked.
Well, at least we got blessed.
Yeah.
At least we got blessed last night on the prize picks because God knows we deserved it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Me and Peter were having a fucking alpha off in the group chat and in the spaces, and we both just have big heads. Not big brains, big heads. You know that.
Yeah.
But I'm happy we could come together. He knows it's all love. I mean, that guy, fucking genius. We need him. And Peter's the bullet. We've hung out with him, we boozed with him. And he's the smartest baseball brain. You and him, smartest baseball brains I've ever seen in my entire life. And you guys are absolute assets to the community.
Don't even compare to Peter. Dude's an absolute encyclopedia.
Well, you're right up there. So no one else is close. No one else is close. Need you guys. I mean, DeGrom under 3.5 hits. The guy almost threw a perfect game, and this prop almost didn't hit, which is unbelievable. Thank God it did. Never in doubt. Under 3. Bogarts, free, easy. He got it done in the second inning, pretty sure. Yeah. With an absolute grind of an at-bats, base knock, infield base knock, beats it out. That's Bogarts baseball. That's Red Sox baseball. But fuck them still. I absolutely fucking hate their guts. Nola, shout out our guy, Matt. It comes in, day out with the grossest, weirdest prop, and it fucking hits every night. Absolutely love not Major Matt. Comes through every single night for the boys. He does. The Benintendi, under run. I mean, I don't even remember who pitched it, and I'm sorry for not giving you credit. If it was you, show yourself. Holy shit, what a prop.
Yeah.
The Yankees scored fucking 14 runs, and Benintendi wasn't one of them. Respect. Great fucking cap. And then Schwarber hit a nuke. So how about it?
Schwarbombs, man.
Schwarbomb.
Electric.
Yeah, dude, it's tough out here after losing all the straight bets yesterday. I had to go to fucking Kohl's to get all my clothes. I had to sell all my nice clothes. Straight up. I had to sell it all.
I love it.
Oh man.
Zach's
got a question for you about prize picks, Mr. Corp.
If you deposit 200 in the prize picks, match will give you 400 total. I think so.
It might only be 100.
I was about to say I think it's 100 max they match, but something near that. Where can you read the articles? I don't have one out today, but I will probably in a little bit after BTL. I post those on Twitter, and you can go to the Just Baseball fan site too.
Just fucking check people's Twitters. Is it that hard? Come on, people. You don't think he's going to post the article that he spends hours writing on his Twitter? Come on. Grow the fuck up.
Well, I'll have it out.
Grow the fuck up. I hate, my least favorite comment is on Earth, and it's not really surprising. The comments, there's no such thing as a stupid question. That is the biggest lie of all time. I hear stupid questions every day. I ask stupid questions every day. Whoever came up with that stupid 2022 handout lingo that there's no such thing as a stupid question just to make people feel good, that is the biggest crock of shit of all time. Dumb questions left and right. And I'm usually asking them. So, yeah, Kev, the dogs they have to bark today because they were literally mute. They were Helen Keller dogs last night. Didn't bark a single fucking, didn't hear a single bark. Plain and simple. The one dog that barked was the fucking Orioles, who I had the one favorite on the White Sox. Unbelievable. Yeah, Kev, the Red Sox and the White Sox can kiss my ass too. They can kiss your ass and then come over and kiss my ass. Fuck them. Goodness gracious. Oh, here's a stupid question. Are the Commanders going to win the Super Bowl? No, they're not. They fucking stink. God damn it.
Unreal.
Here's a better question. Cueto Masterclass today. Maybe.
No.
God, man. We're going to talk baseball here for probably 15 minutes, and then we have some special guests coming on to talk football because I'm sick and tired of betting on this fluke shit. Straight up. MLB. Fuck it. We've got some games today, though, and we got to go over them. You want to talk about Tommy?
Let's talk about Tommy.
Why not?
Yeah. Just right off the bat, obviously we're getting Cueto at home, completely different animal for whatever reason. And this line weirdly isn't budging. I really expected it to be a little higher.
Mm-hmm.
with all the bets and the money the White Sox are getting.
Yeah,
Tommy
I'd
Henry,
say so.
what's up?
I said I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. And I think it has slowly started inching their way towards the D-backs, which makes me love it even more. But I mean, I have Tommy Henry bias. I love the guy. I think he's a really good pitcher. He's not a huge strikeout pitcher, but against the White Sox, I don't think you really need to be. Especially with Luis Robert, if he is in that lineup playing like he has, because he's playing hurt. He's playing through something. I don't know what it is. But he's playing hurt. He's looked really bad. His bats have been terrible. His approach has been terrible. So I like the D-backs. I honestly like. There's a couple of guys in D-backs I just like their matchup against Cueto too. I like their matchups a lot more than I like the White Sox matchup against Tommy Henry. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. I think we're in a pretty good spot for runs, which is why I kind of disagree with the Cueto masterclass. So I think both teams are going to score runs, and I think the D-backs are they're gonna come out on top on this one.
I agree. I agree 100%. You had me at 90% of money on the White Sox, and that line ain't moving. You had me right there. Our guy Jack said it's okay. It's National Dog Day today. Is that true?
Is it?
Is that true? Holy shit. Really? It's true. Today's the 26th.
You know who else is a dog today?
Oh. No. Oh, he's just a dog in general.
Yeah.
I like that. You think he hits a bomb?
I mean, I don't know about a bomb, but I guess if I'm betting on the guy, like what are the chances that he does anything else? I like his matchup today too. I think it's going to be a solid offensive outing for the Nationals today, which is a crazy statement, but it is Mike Minor on the mound, who I know they haven't hit lefties particularly well all year. It's been a little better with the kind of the new lineup that they've had in. But I think he matches up really well with him too. And I think we see a couple of guys in the Nationals have a good day. And obviously the line from the pitching perspective is speaking pretty clearly with Cavalli making his debut, and he's up to damn near minus 150 now I'm seeing. It's wild.
Oh, thank God. We're winning today. Thank goodness. I mean, dude, I'll be honest, man. After getting my dick kicked in last night, I need a Nats win tonight just for the vibes. And I'll give you guys my little spiel here on Cavalli. This kid's about to be really good. His problems are his control and his injury history. Oklahoma first-round pick, 22nd overall pick 2 years ago. He fell to 22nd because of his injury and control issues he had in college. But when he's locked in and when he's healthy, he was the best pitcher in baseball that year. He probably should have gone top 5, but because of the issues I just listed, he didn't. Right now, he's healthy. Right now, he's absolutely locked in the minors, and we know it's a completely different ball game. He could have some nerves today and pitch like shit. Who knows, right? It's his first fucking career start. Nobody knows shit. And if I thought he was going to absolutely throw a masterclass today, this total probably wouldn't be at 8.5, although it did open at 9. And the fact that it moved from 9 to 8.5, I think, is a good sign for our guy today. The Barber, by the way, that's his nickname, the Barber, because he cuts everyone's hair on the team. Absolutely electric, fucking weirdo. But you got to be a little bit of a weirdo to be a good pitcher. Plain and simple. We know this. The guy's a freak. He's a barber. Hopefully the Nats sit him down and say, all right, buddy, it's time to stop cutting the team's hair. It's time to start watching some fucking film. And hopefully he cuts the shit. No pun intended with the cut. But it's time to start focusing on pitching, buddy. No more haircuts. He's going to deal today. Me and the squad are going to all be on his over strikeouts. So that shit's an auto fade. Go ahead and take that. Take us under on Prize Picks if you want. That's free. But he's going to pitch well today. I really think so. The Nats moving from minus 120 to minus 150 is extremely telling. The Nats opening as a favorite with a rookie, I think is very, very telling. We don't see any K Cavalli props up here, which really sucks. I'm kind of pissed. No strikeout props or anything. You think that's weird in his first start that he has no props up?
No, I just think it's just a part of him making his debut. I just don't think they really know what to do or how to value him or whatever, which is it's understandable. But
Tommy Henry had strikeout props up in his first starts.
I don't think he did because the one that we took that was his second start.
Okay, he had it up for his second start, not his first.
Yeah,
okay.
Against the Guardians, I don't think he had anything up. Unless
he's at 5 on Underdog. He's at 3 on the live. Shut up.
It will be live. Is it first, second, and third
Is it
inning?
3 for the first, second, and third?
Yeah, that's about right.
Is that pretty standard?
Yeah, if you're first, second, and third.
All right. Well, can you put in a corp call with me and try to put in his over?
I can try.
App?
I can try.
And we're obviously going to have Trent try to put it up, but I need that prop up.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think he's going to pitch really well too. And I don't know if anybody is familiar with his changeup, but good God, it is absolutely disgusting. And he's going to be facing a Reds lineup that is absolutely atrocious against fastballs or against sliders. Changeups.
Yep.
Man, not talk. But really the only guys that can hit changeups in this lineup are guys that are not playing in this lineup. So it's a pitch he's going to utilize a lot. There's a lot of swing and miss in this lineup against that pitch and against really a lot of pitches because of the Reds, but specifically that pitch. If he has any sort of command with that changeup today, it's game over for the Reds.
Yeah.
Absolute game over.
Are the Reds healthy? Are they putting out their good lineup again today, or are we still missing some guys?
I know India has not been playing lately.
Right.
So I don't know what his timetable is. He's been like the same things like Wilson Contreras, where he's been kind of day-to-day, but just hasn't been in the lineup at all. Obviously, if anybody knows anything specific in the chat, let us know. But other than that, I mean, I think it's the same kind of beat-up lineup that they've been putting out. I think they really just have Jake Fraley and Kyle Farmer. And then Solano's been hitting well too. But really, other than that, there's no Moustakas. There's no really any sort of power in this lineup. And that's what I was kind of looking at because the changeup is going to be a big part of his arsenal today. And the only guys with positive run values against the changeup on the Reds, Mike Moustakas, not in the lineup or injured. Colin Moran, injured. Michael Papirski, sucks, but also might not be in the lineup. Mm-hmm. Tyler Stevenson, injured. The only one that's playing with a positive run value is Donovan Solano.
Okay. So you're saying there's a reason they're calling him up to make his first start today. This is a strategic move. It's a decent.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the Reds, for God's sake.
Yeah, I mean it's the Reds, so like I singled out the changeup because that's his filthiest pitch in my opinion, but
it's disgusting, and he's also got a pretty fucking good fastball too.
Yeah, he does, and I mean the Reds can't hit much of anything, to be real, but this one, like I'm saying, if he can come out and he has command of that changeup, because the changeup's it's not just nasty, he's throwing it like 95. Like
he's a freak. It's no Strasburg changeup. Remember Strasburg's changeup will get slurped back in the day?
Yeah.
That was like a slow, disgusting drop off the table type.
Yeah, this is not that. This is a
power. It's almost like a fucking it's a power change, which those do not grow on trees. You don't see power changes.
I'm sure there's like pitching ninja videos somewhere. So everybody in chat, please go look at that. It's absolutely
Steel Masterclass incoming. Oh, what do you think about that?
I can't give you a baseball reason why he's not going to pitch well today.
You can give me line reasons, though.
I mean, the line says he's going to masterclass today too. But with the Cubs, I mean, we've seen it, I guess, time and time again. They've had these big line moves pretty much every game. So I don't know how to value it too much, but Justin Steele, I mean, it's Justin Steele, a lefty who has dominated the Brewers time and time again. And the Brewers just simply can't hit left-handed pitching. All of the lines would point to say that he's going to pitch really well today, which I completely expected. So I can't disagree with that at all. He is kind of due to get hit up a little bit, but I just don't think it's going to be against the Brewers. Are the Cubs going to win the game? That's another question, but he should definitely be pitching well today.
Yeah, I'm pissed that I took the Cubs yesterday. Our guy DeGen had a great point saying, wow, the Cubs have low-key won like a bunch of series in a row. So I'm pissed I took them yesterday. They've been playing decent ball. That's for sure. And I don't know if that makes me like him more or less in this spot against Freddie Peralta, who has been one of the best pitchers in baseball at times. But this season, he's still trying to figure it out from what I've seen. So I don't know. I mean, Freddie Peralta could go out there and throw a fucking no-hitter against this Cubs lineup if he was locked in. He's fully capable of going out there and absolutely dealing. He's got great stuff. Justin Steele has been a freak since the second half. Shout out Ricky Rose with a good point here. He's been, I've watched this dude throw gem after gem, and he's a friend of the program too. So got to root for Justin Steele. And with that line movement, I am seeing more money on the Cubs, which is not shocking. We've seen money on the Cubs for the last 2 weeks. Honestly, man, people are loving betting on this team. It's kind of sketching me a little bit.
People hate the Brewers.
Yeah, and I hate the Brewers too. I don't think they're good. But Freddie Peralta, I've seen this dude do disgusting things on the bump, which scares me. Like, he could easily shut out that Cubs team. Maybe the under is honestly the best look here. Wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah,
wouldn't be shocked.
I think Freddie Peralta pitches pretty well too, to be honest with you. I think we've been kind of waiting on him. I don't want to say to have that classic start, because he's not at that level yet that I think we expect him to be, and he was at a point. But I think we've been waiting on that start for him to really kind of prove that he can be a consistent fixture in the rotation. I think we get it today. The under is square, sure, but I don't think a lot of these runs are going to be scored today. I wouldn't be against the first 5 under in this game.
Yeah, I think the under is honestly a decent look. I could get behind that. Cubs at bats have been a little too lively for my liking recently.
Yeah.
They're definitely due to regress. Maybe Contreras isn't even playing today. Who knows? And they're coming off a wind game, and now they're on the road in Milwaukee. So don't hate that look. I do want to talk about this Cleveland-Seattle game tonight. Are we fading the shit out of Logan Gilbert tonight, or are we fading the shit out of Logan Gilbert tonight? What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems very easy.
Oh God,
I'm still doing it. I did place. I placed my 2-team fades, or my Prize Picks 2-teamer of fades with Strider and Gilbert under fantasy scores, which both got bumped 2 points. But I just don't trust in Logan Gilbert, and it sucks because I've seen a lot of people on the Guardians today. I haven't looked at the splits or anything. I've just looked on Twitter, but man, I don't believe in Logan Gilbert, especially against this lineup, and it's really consistently whenever I bet on against Logan Gilbert, it's a fade of him more in the sport of the other team, the sport of Shane Bieber in this case.
I don't want to back Shane Bieber. I don't think he's good.
I don't either. Betting on him, betting on the Guardians here is in no way backing Shane Bieber for me if I do that. But yes.
And why don't we just take the over and cut the shit, like Jake said in chat?
I don't want to take Guardians over, to be real. I know nobody does, which probably makes you want to take it, but I'll pass, especially being with how good Cleveland's bullpen is. We saw it yesterday. Like, they dropped 4 total in the first and didn't sniff a run. They barely sniffed hits the whole rest of the game.
Ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, and these are 2 bullpens where I'm not taking an over again with that.
I do not blame you one bit.
Kind of overlooked that yesterday, but
no pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. Underlooked, more like. But yeah, I don't want to bet on Shane Bieber, but he's starting to his metrics are starting to catch up a little bit. He's been good for a long stretch of games here, but the metrics haven't really been catching up until recently. His hard hit rate's down, his barrel rate's down, average exit velocity's down. So he's starting to really settle in, and against the Mariners lineup that is extremely streaky, and we got really nobody consistent in that lineup right now other than Haniger and J-Rod. Ty
Haniger looks great.
Haniger looks fantastic, but everybody else in that lineup doesn't scare me one bit.
That's facts.
And these are a lot of hitters for the Guardians that are pretty ideal matchups for a guy like Gilbert, who, when he does pitch good, relies on the swing and miss stuff quite a bit. And there's guys like that aren't going to strike out, like Quan, Andres Jimenez, Jose Ramirez even striking out quite a bit less, even though he didn't strike out too much from the start. So I don't know. It seems pretty easy, but it's what I like.
Maybe we just take the over in that one then. Fuck. All right, we've got a goat in queue, and I don't want to make him wait any longer. He looks hungry. It's a Friday. We need winners so we can go out and pay for drinks tonight. Let's bring up the goat. We're going to talk some football. Maybe we'll talk some baseball. I definitely don't want to talk Red Sox, but I'm sure he'll bring it up. There he is. Goats are muted. Oh, there
10
he is.
fours, 10 fours.
10-4s, 10-4s. Very
How
loud,
we
but
doing?
clear.
How we doing, fellas?
We're doing well. We're doing well. You got some technical difficulties going on over there? What's good?
Why does it not sound good?
No, it's good. I saw Nick coming in the background or whatever.
Oh yeah. Technical difficulties, but we're good. We're good.
We're here. We're living. Oh God.
Whoa. Was not expecting that in Q.
Yeah. You all right?
What a surprise.
Holy shit. What a reaction.
Yeah, dude.
Get this kid fucking
Loud.
make sure he's not standing up. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
We do have another goat in queue. And when she's ready to come up, we're gonna talk some football. Let's get some W's in chat.
W's.
We got fucking 4 beasts coming on here to talk.
Wow.
Boys,
What's up, Lauren?
Wow.
How we doing?
how are we? Trent, you
Doing
knew I was
well.
coming on. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hall of Fame cap.
Can I get a W for my boy Caprillion?
Dude, I am so done with baseball. Like, that was like just the icing on top for me. Like, I'm pitched 2 innings. Like, come on. You can't script that.
I mean,
I'm so done.
I thought for sure he would get 4 Ks against the Yanks.
I mean, yeah, he had 2 in 2 innings. So he was
Nice.
on
Good
track
job.
and then just got
Good.
absolutely clapped.
Said the Yankees
Look
are
at
not back.
Look
and
at us
they
right
dropped
now. We got the
14
4
runs.
goats.
Sure.
Who
I
would
want to
have
talk.
thought?
I want to talk college football though. I don't want to talk baseball anymore.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I'll be completely honest though, boys and girls. I suck at college football and is by far, without a doubt, my least knowledgeable sport.
Okay. Well, that's okay. We can talk some NFL too.
Of course.
But maybe this is good. Maybe we can utilize you, Trent, as a fade god that you are at times. Maybe we get some takes on these college football games, and maybe we fade and we all make money. This could be good.
No, I
It's
mean
gonna
that's OG fade guy for sure.
Sure. Let's talk about Nebraska Northwestern here.
Game of the
Lauren,
weekend. Game of the weekend.
Game of the weekend. Tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern time on Fox. First real game
In Ireland.
of the weekend here. In Ireland. Why the fuck are they playing in Ireland?
Yeah,
don't
I wish I
understand.
could tell you. I don't know. I don't know.
I have no clue. I don't know what they're doing. And Notre Dame's not involved. It makes no sense. But we're here. The line has moved 1.5 towards Northwestern. Maybe coach absolutely nuked them so much that they had to move the line. I know he's been preaching. He's been pitching Northwestern for literally 2 weeks. Every day on stream, he comes on and pitches them. So I also lean Northwestern here, but maybe Nebraska's back. I don't know. I want to fade Scott Frost. But Lauren, you're thinking maybe other things here. Maybe you like
No.
Nebraska.
Yeah, no. I mean, I totally understand. I mean, Nebraska, like, they definitely haven't like shown to be 13.5-point favorites. I mean, I know the line's moved. But Scott Frost is on the hot seat this year. He's had over 40 transfers this past year, including quarterback Casey Thompson from Texas, which super high on him. A lot of people are calling him average, but I love that guy. And I don't know. I mean, Northwestern, like, their defense was arguably the worst in the Big Ten last year. And I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with Nebraska. And if Nebraska can stop Northwestern's run game, I don't think it's going to be close, personally.
Jake Hazen, is this a second half plays copy paste? Has to be.
Yo, dude, I knew
Has to be.
second half plays and he cost me so much points.
Why would you nuke someone's biggest play of their life? This shit's barely ever hit unless it's a mega.
You know what it was? It was the Braves and the Mariners both money line that day
Yeah.
when they both sold the bag. Or no, the Mariners sold the bag.
Well, didn't he have 10K on some fucking on some bet yesterday and it lost? Biggest bet of his life.
Did he?
It
I
was
didn't see that.
it was Toronto first 5 and the Red Sox came back and tied it in the 5th.
Oh, that's tough.
And then they went on to lose in extras. What a team that is up there in Boston. What a team. Unbelievable.
Krabs, I never want to hear you fucking take the Red Sox the rest of the season.
I'll tell you right now, Trent, and you probably missed my pitch earlier. I'm not wearing socks for 2 weeks. I'm not putting a sock on my body. White sock or red socks, fuck them. They are allergic to winning and find new ways to lose every night. And I'm tired of it.
Stowers.
I'm tired of it.
Stowers.
Stowers.
I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought?
He looks like he's 12 years old and he hit his first home run of his career. after a strike 3 was thrown right down the fucking cock, and the umpire missed it because he was fucking 80
Not
years
even
old and
that.
senile. And then a
The foul ball, bro. You saw that, right?
Are you talking about the Red Sox foul ball, Bobby Dahlbeck?
No. White Sox foul ball.
No, what happened?
Oh my
Oh,
crap!
he dropped it, right?
It was a foul ball that was out number 3, game over. Literally, like he's tracking it, fucking boop, hits the palm of his glove, pops out, next pitch, fucking Turk in cakes.
Oh,
it was actually, you couldn't script it. It was the most book it with Trent way to lose if you had the White Sox.
It was a new type of cake that we've never seen before, and it tasted like shit.
You dream about a moment like that as Kyle Stowers, 0-2 count, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, down 1.
Oh, maybe he dropped it on purpose. Maybe our guy, I am the liquor in chat. What a name, by the way. Maybe he's right.
And this is why we don't want to talk about baseball. It's just gross.
Fluke shit.
It's gross.
Fluke shit. Fluke shit. And Bobby Dahlbeck also dropped the pop up in the fucking Red Sox game that cost 2 runs too. Anywho, I mean, that team, watching that team play defense is like watching. It's like watching Little League World Series. Straight up. Maybe worse. Lauren, so you like Nebraska to get it done here, and with Scott Frost on the hot seat, is that the take I'm picking up on?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Jovan, do you like anything in the Island game?
I also like Nebraska.
Okay. All right.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, I think I like Casey Thompson in this spot just this year in general, especially with Mark Whipple, the OC that's in there. He pretty much has the keys to the entire offense, and he was the guy who ran the Kenny Pickett offense at Pitt.
Yep.
So I think that's going to work really well for Casey Thompson. I said Skyler. But I think there's a lot of different things going on here. I think they're gonna have this new higher paced, up tempo offense that I really don't think Northwestern's going to be able to handle. Somebody said in the chat they lost their All-American corner. They got a lot of young corners. They have no production on their offensive or defensive line that's returning really either. And most importantly, for a new quarterback and a new system, Nebraska has a lot of their offensive line returning. So I think that's going to be really big for them. I really don't see Northwestern being able to stop them. It's not saying Nebraska is going to be the greatest team in the world out of the Big Ten, but I just don't see them really keeping this close with Northwestern. I think it's pretty easy.
Yeah, Northwestern, I mean, they went through 5 quarterbacks last year. And the guy that's going to be starting for them this year, Helinski, I believe, he only started 5 games last year. So there's just like a lot in the air with them.
Taylor Heineke starting for Northwestern.
Helinski.
That's where you want.
Lauren's in her bag right now.
She's doing some research.
I know my college football.
She's been doing some research. She has. I can't ignore the 1.5 line movement with all the money on Nebraska. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's definitely sketching me out. I mean, these rosters are night and day. I'm with you guys. It's Nebraska Northwestern. Like, this isn't even comparable levels of college football program wise.
Yeah.
I can't ignore that line movement. I lean Northwestern with coach. I like the 11 points at home. I might look to play Northwestern first half, though. Get in, get out. Maybe with some weird Ireland bullshit going on. Maybe we get some old drunk Irish guys running on the field.
You might get a good live line, like if Northwestern were to score first.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like them to keep it close early, so I might be looking to take them first half. Get in, get out, and then get to enjoy the show the rest of the game.
I like that.
What about – there's another good game, North Texas, UTEP. Lauren, I don't know if you like anything in this. This might be more of your realm with these Texas schools.
Yeah.
North Texas, the Mean Green. Is that their mascot?
Yes, it is.
Pretty sure. Electric mascot.
Electric.
As a small favorite on the road against UTEP. I'm liking UTEP. I know you probably think differently. North Texas, better team. And I'm pretty sure North Texas ended on some crazy streak last year where they won a bunch of games in a row or covered a bunch of games last year in a row. I'm fading the shit out of that narrative this year. And I'll probably take the point in UTEP. It is what it is. Trent, you'll see the Krabs method work a lot better in football. Just wait.
New sports, same shit, huh, Krabs?
New sports, same shit. I mean, what am I going to come on here and pitch all the favorites? That's your job.
Could you imagine? Come
on now. Yeah, an alien would take over my body. I like UTEP. I like the point here at home, and which should be an electric game. Lauren, what do you think?
Yeah, so at first I was pretty confident in taking UNT money line when the line was even. But the more I've looked into this game, I mean, UTEP shows up at home, and it's a really scary place to play in El Paso. And I'm actually going to switch it up a little bit. I probably will be locking the under in this game.
Wow.
Both teams' defense is pretty strong. UNT loves to run the football, while UTEP has a really good defensive line. So, and I mean, UTEP lost a huge, what was their wide receiver? Cowing, I believe. He basically did everything on offense for them. He was a big time receiver. He just transferred to Arizona. So them losing him, I don't know how they're going to adapt. So I like the under.
I'm hearing good things from this Gavin Hardison kid, the QB, the homegrown guy who transferred from the military academy, very local.
Yeah, but people sleep on UNT has one of the best linebacking cores, believe it or not, in college football. Like, they're a sneaky team.
Oh, fuck. They have a new OC as well. North Texas does. New QB. Interesting.
Same QB, Austin On,
Okay.
I believe. He's like 30 years old, but he only threw for 9 touchdowns and had 9 interceptions last year. So unless he can turn it up this year, I don't know. Don't expect a lot from him.
Jovan.
You know that North Texas is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games on the road.
Yeah.
Look at the kid digging in
Trent.
to the model. Trent model. He's absolutely
He's over
digging
there.
in.
He's over there.
That's what I'm talking about, Trent. That's heart. That's heart right there.
That's
it really is. Yeah, let's fade the shit out of that, Trent. Let's fade the mean green. Fuck them.
Hey,
I'm telling you, under's a good look. I'm telling you guys.
I like that
Okay.
under. I like that
Jovan,
under.
what else do you like in that game, brother?
I mean, I like the under, and I like UTEP. I
Okay.
love Gavin Hardison. Absolutely love him. And I think
Yeah.
they're also a team who significantly outweigh North Texas in the production returning. Like, they have their quarterback as far as UNT goes, but not really much else. And it's a really, really big pressure-packed game for their new coach, and knew everything pretty much. UTEP is a very hard place to play. Please don't go there, everybody in chat. It's
tough.
It's a tough place to be. But, yeah, I like UTEP here. And if you want to talk about line movement, it was, I think, almost a field goal. They were underdogs, and three-point move on the total as well.
Jeebus.
Down to the under.
Wild.
Did you know that North Texas games have gone under 9 in their last 13 played on a Saturday?
Wow. How about it? What a weird stat.
Trent, that is so sharp of you. That is so
How
sharp of
often
you.
do they not play on Saturdays, I wonder?
That's a good
They
question.
must have had a Friday night game that they lost or that went over that they took out.
Over.
Probably.
I mean, give me a break. Come on now.
W
You know that Friday night game sword. You know. I mean, I'll have coins on that game only because it's week 0 and the card is fucking putrid. I'll probably be on UTEP. I'm gonna wait. I'm in no rush to bet it. I want to watch that line move, but there is one more game that I really wanted to talk about, and then we could talk some maybe college football playoff predictions, and then maybe some NFL Super Bowl stuff. I'm all over Vanderbilt. Don't care if I'm late to the party. I'm going to be hammering them. Hawaii's covered 13 out of their last 14 home openers. They always have a home opener. And I'm hearing this Hawaii team is absolute buns. And this Vanderbilt team, it should be much improved. They have a bunch of people returning. Hopefully they have a new kicker. But I think Vanderbilt will get it done. I do. I think that line was set initially at -6.5 for Vandy, and I think it was a little bit of a trap by the books, and I think they got caught, and that's why we're seeing this line move damn near 3 points.
Yeah.
And Vanderbilt's sitting at -9, and Vanderbilt should not be -9 ever. Vanderbilt is the poverty program of the SEC. They're probably the biggest joke in Power 5. They're terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they're laying 9 points here on the road against Hawaii, a fan favorite, a trendy team that everyone loves betting on. But people don't realize that this might be the worst Hawaii team they've had in years. And Vanderbilt is going to absolutely roll, hence why that line's moved 3 points. And it's not like, all the money's on Vanderbilt either. We're seeing, 60-40 split. So I don't care if I'm late to the party. They'll probably win by 8. But I'm going to be on Vanderbilt spread heavily going into Saturday.
Yeah, Krabs, I mean, I'm with you. Like, this is probably the first time I'll ever be laying points with Vanderbilt. Probably the only time they'll ever be a favorite, too. But people don't know this. I mean, there's a total of 6 returners for Hawaii this year. 2 on defense. I mean, it's kind of hard to back them up in this. They were completely gutted this past year. And whether you like or hate Vanderbilt, I know they only went 2-10 last year. They're still an SEC team. They're still built like an SEC team. They play the best teams week in and week out. I think they're gonna handle. They need the win here. So I wouldn't
say they're built like an SEC team. They're terrible.
They are. I mean, they still get their SEC recruits. Like
this is more, and I agree. I mean, they're getting way better recruits than Hawaii is.
Yeah, and they entered the transfer portal list last year, and they've got some new guys.
Yeah, the transfer portal makes college football now like a fucking NFL minor leagues. It's actually wild.
Yeah.
I don't know much about this Mike Wright dude who's starting for Vanderbilt. I really don't. Jovan, I don't know if you have any takes on this game. What do you got? Do you have anything? Do you have any leans or angles?
Yeah, I mean, I do like Vandy. I think what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to wait to live bet Vandy because I think both these teams, I think the scoring is going to start out really, really slow in this game because I know Vandy just had a QB battle that Wright ended up winning, but he's not good. He's just simply not good, and they still have some things that they need to figure out play calling wise. They can't lean on the run game as much this year. And then on the other side, they have Hawaii, who has a brand new kind of RPO scheme with their new coach that they're implementing. So I think with both of these teams, you're not going to see too many points early. You're going to have to wait to figure this one out. So I think it could start out pretty slow. I think Vandy could look kind of chalked from the start, but they'll kick it into gear. So I think a live line's a good idea. Maybe a first half under. I think
not that this means shit, but Odd Shark says that Hawaii beats Vanderbilt 35-6.
Wait, I think it's flipped. I think it's flip-flopped. No?
Literally says Hawaii will win, cover the spread, and it will go under 35-6.
I mean, we talked about Odd Shark being fraudulent last year, college basketball.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean shit, but just like what a bizarre.
That's fucking weird.
A bizarre prediction.
Dude, what?
Could you imagine?
Imagine it just lands exactly that score.
Could you fucking imagine? No, there's absolutely no way. There's just no way.
No way.
Wait,
I think Vanderbilt's just going to pound the football. They're just going to run it.
The play that Capwise has been selling since fucking March is Vanderbilt spread or the over?
Spread. From what Nick was telling me this morning,
I like the spread.
I'm assuming he has a really good number at -6.5 too. He came on your stream and pitched that like literally months ago, Trent, when it was at 6.5, and he's looking pretty fucking smart.
I know.
The Capwise boys have been digging into football for a while. Smart. They're ahead of the game. I don't care if I'm late to the party. I'll be all over Vanderbilt's. That line is very, very telling. And people are going to have some beers in them at that point, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time on a Saturday. And people are going to be betting on Hawaii because it's Hawaii. And it's the first week of college football, especially once the beers are consumed. So give me Vandy. That line movement is telling me that they absolutely shellac Hawaii. Plain and simple. Let's do some college football playoff predictions. Who we think is going to be in. I'll start it off. I mean, shocker. I'm going to go ahead and put Bama in there. Not really a hot take. Bama's going to be in that shit. Plain and simple. I'm going to go with Ohio State. Another square pick. Don't care. They'll be in that shit too. Those teams are just absolutely electric. Most people have Georgia in it. I'm not. I'm going to go with Clemson. Clemson is back this season. We saw a really bad Clemson team last year, and DJ quarterback was atrocious. And he's probably going to start again this year. It is what it is. Let's hope, some of those freshman year woes, are put to rest, and he comes out there and looks a lot better. I think he will. JMU. Nick, absolutely love it. They're in the big leagues now. They got called up.
They are.
They're in real D1 now. Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're in the Sun Belt. But yeah, I'm taking Clemson here. They have a tough schedule, which is good and bad. Good to get them in. They'll have plenty of opportunities to win some big games. And guys, it's Clemson. And the committee is going to be biased to put in an ACC team if they end up winning the ACC title as well. But they do have some hard games. They play Wake Forest at Wake Forest, but they don't have their quarterback back. So I think that's a win. They get on the road. They play NC State at home. NC State was weirdly good last year, but I have Clemson winning that game at home. They do play Notre Dame, but I'm not very high on Notre Dame this season. They've got the 2 QB system going. They lost their coach. I don't think Brian Kelly would have left that team if he thought they had a good future and were looking good this season. He's on the bigger and better things down in LSU. And they are going to play Miami, and that's going to be a tough game. That'll probably be a fucking game day game. But I'm high on Clemson this season. I'm high on Dabo Swinney as much as I hate him, as annoying as he is. I know he's going to have that team looking right this season, and they have another stacked recruiting class. So give me Clemson also in that shit. And I am going to take a flyer on a wild team here and go a little bit against the grain. I'm going to go with Tennessee, the Tennessee Volunteers. I think there's a chance Tennessee gets to the SEC finals. And I think if they do, with a good record and barring, a team like fucking, Georgia going parabolic again, I'm all over this Tennessee team. Hendon Hooker is legit. They're returning a bunch of guys. They looked incredible last year. And you need a good quarterback to get in the college football playoff, and they have it. And I wish Hendon Hooker was still on Virginia Tech. Cannot believe we let him slip. This dude's legit. Top 5 quarterback in college football. And I think he takes Tennessee to the promised land this season, and I have them in my college football playoffs. Hot take, I know. That's what I got. What are you thinking, Lauren?
I mean, I don't want to be boring, but yeah, I mean, kind of hard not to put Alabama and Ohio State in there. But if I were to choose kind of a sleeper team, kind of, sort of, probably put Utah in there. I think they're going to be really good this year.
Okay.
I'm very high on this Utah team.
Yeah.
They still have that really good quarterback with the long hair.
Yeah, I mean,
They have everybody.
I think it's going to be them and USC battling it out in the Pac-12, although Oregon's no sleeper this year either. So, I don't know, but I'm very high on this Utah team. But as far as my 4th spot, I don't know.
Bo Nix. That's so wild.
Yeah.
Jovan, what do you think, bro?
Yeah, as far as the playoff, I think it's pretty chalk for me. I actually have Tennessee too, but I have them in the Outback Bowl because I don't think they're going to be that good this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe in that team yet. I need to see something a little bit more from them. If we're talking any SEC sleepers, I think it's going to be Texas A&M. Not that they're the biggest sleeper in the world, but I think with Max Johnson, I think that works really, really well with that offense. And same thing on the other side. If we're talking sleepers in the conference, I still think everybody is showing Oregon very, very little respect. I'm not the biggest Knicks guy, but I think the talent on that roster and the coaching they have on that roster still far outweighs any of these big Padres-esque moves that Utah and USC seem to have. So I'm not really as high as everybody else on Utah this year. 600 and plus 1,500.
Utah plus 600 is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous price.
No, Utah is like nice with it, Krabs.
It's because they think they're a lock to win the Pac-12, right? So
Yeah.
Well, they might be.
I don't think they make the Pac-12. I don't even think they make the Pac-12 championship game. To be honest with you,
holy
Javon, what?
Who do you think is in that? Who
USC?
do you think
I
is
think
in
it's
that?
Oregon USC.
You think it's Oregon, US? Yeah, Oregon's no sleeper, but Utah, I don't know. They're kind of stacked.
Yeah, I'm not as high on Utah. I think we'll kind of see. I do think they go to Florida and win week 1, but I certainly believe they're going to get challenged by a team that is not nearly as good as last year. So I think we'll start to see that. The only thing they really have on their side is they're playing USC at home. That's the only thing that's on their side, but I still think they lose that game. I don't think they beat Oregon or USC this year, honestly.
Damn.
I like it.
Okay.
It's good.
I mean, when the Pac-12 still has good teams in it before they leave, maybe they do make some noise, right? Trent, you want to take a stab at year 4? What are you thinking, bro?
I mean, Alabama, Ohio State is just sure. To be honest with you boys, like I don't even know like what are the odds for what are the top 5 odds?
So we got Bama plus 180, Ohio State plus 300. Those are the top 2. I think we all agree that those teams are probably going to be in.
Sure.
And then we got Georgia plus 350. And there's kind of a big drop off. You get Clemson plus 800, and then another big drop off. You get guys like USC, Texas A&M plus 2,000 ish. And then you get like Michigan and Oklahoma plus 5K, Notre Dame at plus 6K, which that shit ain't hitting. Texas at 8K. That shit also ain't hitting.
No.
I was geeking at the guy who came in yesterday and pitched the Texas win total under. Lauren, I don't know if you saw that or not.
No.
Pitched that on the surgical stream yesterday.
I hope that guy stubs his toe today, though.
Hey, there's
that guy.
There's a Krabs team total in the Big 12.
What do you got, dude?
I mean, they're hanging the Big 12 champion Baylor at 7.5 wins.
That's pretty low.
No, I can tell you guys who's winning the
that
Big
team.
12 right now. Oklahoma State.
They
Oklahoma
are
State.
They're always
Oklahoma State. I'm telling you, Spencer Sanders. Yeah,
They're good. They're good.
they're good.
Yeah.
Tough place to play.
They're going to be so incredibly mid this year.
You know who's going to be mid?
Oklahoma
You
State.
know who's going to be mid? Oklahoma.
I mean,
How
yeah,
about them
probably.
Frogs?
Yeah,
Probably.
Big 12.
Is TCU going to be decent this year? I know Jovan's high on them.
Yeah, they're always competitive.
Yeah, I mean, it's always biased to a degree, but I mean, I love Sonny Dykes, what he's done with they've really adjusted his kind of play style to the personnel, especially on defense, which is the big issue. Playing a little havoc defense, which I don't know, nobody watches TCU, but TCU, their problem a lot of the time is isolating guys you just can't fucking tackle on defense and running schemes to continue to make that prevalent, which they're not doing anymore, which is huge. Offense takes a big step forward with returning production, and as long as they figure out the quarterback situation, they should be great. I love their win total over. Again, probably a little biased, but I've seen everything I like to see. But for Baylor, I still think they go under theirs too.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Interesting.
everybody looks at Blake Shapen, who's going to be starting at quarterback. He looked fantastic in the championship game when he had to come in, but he is really just not that good of a quarterback. And when you look at what Baylor is having to do, they're trying to transition, their offense and everything is trying to transition to a Big Ten style of football, which just smash mouth between the tackles, which that doesn't work because they don't have the personnel to do that. So they can out physical some of the Big 12 because it's not the most physical conference, but they don't have the personnel to run that with the skill position players around them to complement it. So I don't think that's going to work for them. I don't think they're going to be good at all this year. I think they'd be lucky if they get a bowl game this year.
Wow. Well, I'm taking their win total under because that's sketchy as shit that it's at 7.5.
Yeah.
But Jovan, who do you think wins the Big 12?
I think it's not Baylor. I think it realistically it will be Oklahoma, but they won't be as strong as they are, year in, year out. It's just because I'm down on a lot of these teams. I don't think Baylor is going to be very good. I don't think Oklahoma State's going to be good. I'm probably taking their under too. I just think it's going to be a pretty chalk year.
And then, of course, don't sleep on Texas. Come on.
Yeah, they'll be
Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think Preston has a fucking goat whale on the Frogs week 1.
That's
really
It does.
Is that confirmed? I've heard rumors.
goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
Sources say.
Let's go Horned Frogs. Right?
that one's moved a lot too.
What is that spread in that game?
Yeah.
I think it's 11 now. I think it opened up at a touchdown. It opened up at a touchdown, and the total's gone up 6 or 7 points as well.
They never come through for the kid, bro. I can never take them.
Colorado is very, very bad though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm probably gonna bet on them that game because I'm probably going, but
Yeah, I might be there too.
they never come through for the kid, dude.
They don't. My biggest issue is kind of nuking it because I do think I think it's going to be a great bet. I think they win by a lot, but it's hard for me to bet on that, especially a double-digit spread if we don't know who's starting at quarterback and if they try to do the multi-quarterback bullshit. That's the plan. So it's tough to do that.
Trent, would you take TCU pretty much every week just for the vibes when you were at school?
I remember I had my biggest bet I placed in college was TCU against SMU, and we were the favorite, and I just knew we shouldn't have been favored in this game. But I had to nuke it for the vibes, of course, and I fucking nuked it. But 2K on it, and at the time that was that's a lot of money still, but that was more than I had ever taken a bet before. And I just had a feeling like this is so sketch. SMU is not that much worse than we are. Why are we 7.5 point faves? But I fucking nuked it. And then I also put it in a 2-leg nuke money line, like minus 300, and they fucking lost outright to SMU. And I literally told myself I can't do it because it pisses me off, ruins the tailgate, you know.
Yeah, it does ruin the vibes for game day. That's for sure.
Fun fact, I still to this day have no idea what happened in the Ohio State TCU game. I have not seen highlights. I've never gone back to it. Big Dave is out there blocking, you know, for the boys, and I'm sitting in the jail cell, bro. It's crazy.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Brutal.
That's a brutal story.
It is. It's one that I told myself, work hard enough so you can look back at this and laugh at it, and here we fucking are laughing.
There we go. We're laughing. Sometimes you got to laugh away the pain. Plain and simple. Yeah, what a story. Okay. Well, I'll put you down as just taking the top 4 teams with the shortest.
Oh, yeah, you can mark me down for that.
I'll go mark you down with that. You guys want to talk a little bit of NFL, though? I'm super down.
Go for it.
Sure.
Let's talk about week 1. Let's talk about the first game of the season. And I know it's a week or so away, but I want to pick your guys' brain on it. Bills Rams. Trent, what are you taking? The people need to know. Is this public info yet? Are you saving it? Are you taking the Rams? Are you taking the team who's predicted to win Super Bowl this year, the Bills? Where's your head at here with the best team versus the reigning champ? Right.
This is prime. This is where prime Fade God comes out. You know, the prime time picks. This is how I even became relevant on TikTok, is because I would always lose the prime time picks. But yeah, I'm definitely riding the Rams. Everyone's jerking off the Bills. Nothing, no line read, no splits here, no analysis to back it up. Really, I think the Rams run it back this season and win again. And you'll be seeing the kid in fucking Phoenix sweating out the Rams money line in the Super Bowl.
100K. God damn it, I like the Rams too, man.
Shockingly,
I like the Rams too.
Not a single Ram in the goat well, which is interesting considering I think they win the Super Bowl.
Wow.
That's interesting.
It's tough. You can only really go with one guy, right?
I couldn't decide. I know Dave's got Cooper Kupp in there. You know,
hard to trust
definitely going to pop the fuck off. But I didn't want to bet on him to fucking have to top the season he had last year or come close.
I think that was a great move by you. We saw the dude put on a clinic last year. I mean, how much higher can it get? And you know that number is inflated after what we saw. So I think that was a good move by you, honestly.
Yeah.
This is like two conflicting systems for me. Half my brain wants to fade the Super Bowl champ. I do that every year in the first game of the season, and it's extremely profitable, plain and simple. That's a known thing. The Super Bowl champ, the Super Bowl hangover, you guys have all heard it. I don't need to go into it. But this year, the reigning Super Bowl champ is playing the team that's getting talked about as if they already have their rings. They already fit. They're already on their hands with the Bills.
Yeah.
Straight up. I mean, Josh Allen already has his MVP trophy. He's probably holding it right now. And the Bills already have their rings, and they're already hoisting the fucking Lombardi. I've already seen it at this point. So
I couldn't put a bill in the goat well either for that reason.
Good job. Yes. Because I'm not as high on this team. Like I've talked about it before. I'm putting a half U on the Patriots and a half U on the Dolphins to win that division. And I think there's a chance that one of those two teams comes through for the boy. And it's not the Bills because we've already acted like it already happened. The Bills are great. I know. Josh Allen's unbelievable, but they're only an injury away. And I'm not rooting on anyone's downfall injury-wise, right? They're an injury away from losing that division.
I have a question. Kind of off topic to this game, but why is everyone shitting on the Cowboys, and why do people think that they're not going to win that division? I don't understand.
So, number one, nobody's repeated in that division in like 15 years.
True.
It's just the weirdest trend that's happened. And to be honest, it makes a lot of sense. It's the fucking NFC East. Those teams beat up on everyone week in, week out. They almost always split every game, no matter how good or bad teams are.
Wait,
yes, their O-line is fucked.
Tyron Smith is indeed a friend of the program. What happened to him?
He's out for a long time.
Really?
Yeah,
That
maybe the
sucks.
season. Yeah,
Mhm.
their O-line's fucked.
It's just like
That's-
when you look at the Cowboys, like what have they done to get better as a team?
They lost Amari Cooper. Their O-line is worse. I mean, their defense, I don't think they really added anybody.
No, they got
Dak Prescott's great and all, but he showed that he can't run anymore. He can't.
Yeah,
He
Dak
doesn't know.
worries me for them. Like he's so good in the regular season, and then just don't know where he
Cowboys
goes.
struggled last year when they had guys hurt on the line. We're getting it again this year already.
yeah.
And it's obviously they already have the Cowboy tax, right? It's the fucking Dallas Cowboys. Everyone thinks they're going to the playoffs every season. It's like the Yankees, right? And honestly, they end up going a lot, right? They've been pretty fucking good. I get it. But they have a terrible coach. They have a terrible owner. And I think we see Sean Payton coaching this team next year. And I think the Cowboys end under 10 wins with ease. Plain and simple.
I recall them having an absolutely disgusting O-line. Like, how bad is it
Yeah.
now?
And Jovan, there's more than just Tyrone Smith out for this Cowboys O-line.
Yeah, it's pretty decimated. And I mean, it's just overall like the whole personnel of their team hasn't gotten any better. It's gotten worse. When you talk about the O-line getting hurt, you talk about the defense not adding anybody, and then obviously they have the most overrated defensive back in all of the NFL. I mean, we see videos every other day of him getting torched by janitors in training camp too. Like he's not good. He gets interceptions, cool, but he also gave up the most yards out of any corner of the league.
Damn, I said that in the whip when we were going to the fucking Yankees game, and Big Dave almost took me out. He was pissed.
I mean,
Big Dave was a big Trevon Diggs guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's exciting. Don't get me wrong. Like, creating turnovers is a pretty crucial part of the game. But at the end of the day, if you're giving up 300 yards and you're down 35 points, you can have your 2 interceptions.
They run their defense like that, though. It's kind of risky. Like, they go for the interception. Like, they play super aggressively on defense. So
that's the
it's kind of like a gamble they do.
That's the thing, because, I mean, that's the way their defense is set up, too. They set him up to fail. They leave him on an island when he clearly can't perform consistently on an island. That's a problem.
I'll talk about it since Breedlove exposed one of the goat whale legs. Shout out Breedlove. I have CD Lamb is indeed in the goat whale. Definitely not thrilled to hear that he's got a slight little foot issue.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was something in his foot, like he had to get stitches on it or some shit. But he's fine. Not a big deal. 7.5 tutties for the kid. I mean, I think he gets 8. I truly do. I mean, I don't know who they're going to be throwing it to. I think Schultz over 3.5 tutties is also a fucking lock. But I just think CD's going to grub. I do.
No Amari Cooper. That's huge. I think they'll be down in a lot of games, and they're gonna have to start passing. Our guy in chat said that Jerry Jones's plan is to have everything go through Zeke this year, and if that's the case, they're fucked. I agree.
Yeah,
100%. Zeke is past his prime.
I think Pollard's the guy for them. Like,
Pollard's really good, a really good receiving back. He's cheap, he's quick, he's fast, right? Zeke's more of a bruiser type.
They just refuse to unleash him and use him like he's supposed to be.
Because Jerry's like, we're paying fucking
they paid
Zeke $1 billion. You give him the ball. Like, I can really see it like I'm in the fucking room. Of him yelling at McCarthy. And McCarthy's like, okay, whatever you say, boss. Like a fucking idiot because it's Mike McCarthy. I didn't think the fucking Cowboys could get dumber and worse run than they could with Jason Garrett, and they found a way. They found a way with Mike McCarthy. I am just as not scared facing him as I was with Jason Garrett, which is a great sign because Jason Garrett was a shit coach too. And Mike McCarthy will not be coaching this team next year. It will be Sean Payton. There's a reason that he left the Saints. He said, fuck this. We know Sean Payton's a me guy. Not the best guy overall.
His son goes to school in Dallas, so it makes sense.
It makes sense. I think he's the coach of this team next year, straight up. And that scares me. That scares me because he's a good coach.
Yeah. It's tough.
But
let's just pray to God that fucking CD Lamb tucks the kids in.
Yeah, I mean, touchdowns is one thing. Like I know we were talking about it too. I don't like the yards because against a top, being the guy in that offense, he has proven that he is not able to really do much. So I mean, the touchdowns are probably going to be there regardless, but on a consistent basis, we might not be.
Those triple-digit velos are something else, dude.
All right, let's talk Super Bowl though, real quick. I want to see who you guys think matchup wise is going dancing this year. Trent, you already talked about the Rams. You think they run it back? Who do you think they're going to play against? Who do you think they're going to be facing?
Can you come back to me on that while I think for a second?
100%. 100%. I'll go over mine real quick while you guys think. I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl this year. There, I said it. They are a favorite to win that division over Joe Burrow and the Bengals, who I'm very low on this season, strictly based off of lines, not from what I've seen. Their team is pretty much the same. They've actually gotten a little bit better on the line, and that was their one kryptonite was their O-line, and they got a guy, so that should help. But I think teams have had the whole off season. Smart coaches like Mike Tomlin and Harbaugh have had the whole off season to watch Joe Burrow's film inside and out. And if they can't come up with a game plan to neutralize him, nobody can. Nobody can. The teams all around the Bengals have gotten better significantly, in my opinion. Steelers, maybe they haven't gotten better, but I don't think they've gotten worse. I mean, Big Ben was really fucking bad, plain and simple. And I'd love to see them let Kenny Pickett go out there and throw the pigskin around because I think he's going to be good. And I'm not a Mitch guy. But with that being said, I think the Ravens go to the Super Bowl this year, straight up. I love that they're the favorite to win the division. I love that Lamar's on a contract year, and Lamar's a big Twitter guy. He hears all the chirps. He hears all the running back chirps. He's put on 20 pounds. He's not going to get hurt. He's going to throw the ball better this year. Bateman's going to have a breakout season. Their defense is going to be good again. Their defense was uncharacteristically bad last year for the Ravens. John, or which one is it there? It's fucking John. John Harbaugh is going to be make a night and day difference on that defense. One of the best, most underrated coaches in football. We've seen how hard they've been trying in preseason. They look great. They look ready to roll. And I think they take care of that division easily. I am extremely high on the Ravens. And you can find them at fucking plus 2,000 to win the Super Bowl. I like them. What do you got?
How are the Packers plus 900 and the Rams plus 1,200 to win the Super Bowl?
That's weird.
That is weird. I think a lot of people are thinking Rodgers gets it done this year, and then he retires. That's a pretty common narrative I've been hearing. And I'm not high on him. I think they're going to struggle early. I think they lose week 1 to Kirk Cousins. I'm not very high on the Packers this season. Jovan, are you thinking otherwise?
I mean, the narrative that I've been hearing is that the Vikings are the greatest team ever assembled, and they're going to win that division by
I'm sick of that narrative.
There's been a lot of Vikings talk. I agree.
It's going to be Vikings and Lions are both going to be 17-0. So that's really what I've been hearing. I don't think people are very in on the Packers. I think it's kind of a similar thing to Lamar, in the sense that people just look at him and they're like, who are they throwing to? Which is it's a legitimate issue, but I have more trust in the Ravens to do it. I do need to see a little more from them offensively, especially with the wide receiving core that they have. Their play calling has been an issue for God knows how long with Lamar. They need to figure that out, get that more consistent. I can't trust them until they fix that. It's pretty gross. But the AFC is also very weak, so I think it'll be between them. I mean, this is not a hot take by any means, but between them, the Bills, and whoever comes out of the AFC West, whichever team stays healthier is going to the Super Bowl. Plain and simple.
Okay.
Real quick, I need to set up this headset for stream, so I'm going to hop off real quick before I do, though. I'm tired of the Vikings fucking narrative, and Broncos finished last in that fucking division. I'm also tired of that narrative. Very tired of it.
I've been hearing a lot of Broncos slander, too, and I'm pissed because I'm a part of it. And I don't like it either. So I'm with you, Trent. I've been hearing a lot of Broncos shit talk too. And I thought I was being sharp with that one. Everyone's about that. And I don't like it. I'm with you. All right. You got the Rams winning it all. That's your pick.
Yeah.
Shocker. I don't hate it though. I hate all the fucking Matt Stafford's elbows broken talk. I think that's a crock of shit. Why would he be practicing if his elbow's that fucked? So I think you guys will be fine. I do. All right, my man. I appreciate you coming on. Yeah, you got the ring. You're running it back, which is not easy to do. But Trent, I'll see you in a little bit, my man. Get that
All
mic
right,
set
love
up.
you, cheers. Lauren,
We'll be
stay
seeing you, brother.
gathered. Jovan, get that milk warmed up.
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Bucks to lose to the Ravens in the Super Bowl. I think the Ravens win it all. There I said it. Yep, there you go, Jovan.
Yeah.
I know their offensive line is struggling right now, and they've gotten a lot of guys hurt. I get it. I don't care. This is Tom Brady. If Tom Brady's really getting a divorce right now, he's coming for blood, and he's about to have the best season he's had in his entire career.
Wait, hold on. Is that a rumor?
Yeah, that's a rumor.
That's a rumor.
That's why he's been stepping away from the team for like 2 weeks. He's been
Oh,
away
I
from the
heard-
team. Apparently, he's
I
been
heard
dealing
it
with some Giselle bullshit.
I heard it was like the masked singer thingy. It's the only rumor I've heard.
Could be a combination of both.
I don't know why
Sure,
he have to
sure,
go
sure.
away for. Why would he go away for 2 weeks for the Masked Singer? I don't know.
I don't know.
I also don't know. I don't know anything about that show.
Yeah.
But
Anything.
but I've seen a lot of people taking the Bucks to have the worst record in football for some reason. That's been a bet that's been popular, and the sports books are putting that out.
Huh.
I think that's fucking weird. People are fading them. They're hearing their O-line's getting worse. I think people are just spite fading Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady does what Tom Brady does again this year, and he fucking takes that team to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, like he's not coming back if like he felt they were just like on a downhill slide. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's going to take that fucking team to the Super Bowl. They need to figure out their O-line. Jovan, I know you agree.
The thing is with Tom Brady, like, yes, you love to have a great O-line. That's what's kept him so successful in his career. But he gets the ball out quick. He's done it his entire career. That's even a bigger part of the game plan in Tampa. So I think it's going to be an issue, absolutely, but not as big as a lot of people make it seem, or as big as an issue as it would be for other quarterbacks. The issue more, I would say, is the health of the wide receivers, because that's always an issue. But as long as they stay healthy somewhat, I would assume one of them is going to go down at one point, but that would mean we still have 3 of the 4 of Mike Evans, Godwin, Julio, and Russell Gage. Russell Gage is going to be huge. And there's going to be even bigger quick screen game, which is like why it's going to be their running game essentially, because they don't really have one. They won't have one with that O-line. So I'm really not worried about the team. I think the defense is going to play an even bigger part than it played in the Super Bowl run. So I'm not worried about them whatsoever. I do think they get to the Super Bowl, but not going to listen to me because I am a Bucs fan and very biased.
That is a good point.
Fair.
Well,
That's fair.
who do you like? Who do you like to go all the way?
I mean, I personally think out of the AFC, I think it's going to be the Chiefs. I think everybody is still sleeping on the talent that they have on this team. Obviously, the talent they have in Patrick Mahomes, and the talent they have in the coaching staff. I still think they're far and beyond a better coaching staff, a better coach team. Overall, much better personnel than pretty much anybody in the AFC, to be honest with you. And we've seen them put it together time and time again. So I still think they're going to be really good. I think everybody is very enamored with everything else that's going on in the AFC West. I don't see it. I think they'll definitely get challenged, but they're a team that's still going to go very far. And like I said, health is the biggest issue because I don't see gaps between many of these top teams in the AFC. To be honest with you, I think they're very equal talent-wise. So if they can stay healthy and put it together, I would not be surprised whatsoever.
With the Bills getting slurped the way they are, wouldn't be surprised to see Pat Mahomes slide right in there and take that team to the Super Bowl again. I mean, he's the guy. So, do not hate that one bit. Lauren, what are you thinking?
Yeah, no. So, yeah, I mean, like everyone else, I've been super high on the Bills, but to be honest with you, I've been so focused on college football. Really haven't looked into the NFL all that much. So, I don't know. But I do like the fact, or like what Jovan was saying, like the Chiefs could come right back in and beat them out.
All right. Well, who's winning the college football playoff this year then? Who do you think's winning it? You taking Bama to get it done?
Give me CJ Stroud and Ohio State.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's coming for blood this year.
I don't hate that one bit.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud coming for blood this season. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think he's your Heisman winner. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying Bryce Young will run it back, but no, give me CJ Stroud.
It's not easy to run it back. I mean, look at years past. You don't see a guy winning 2 Heismans very often.
You don't.
I do like that angle as well. I think that might be worth the future. A little sprinkle.
Yeah.
I will say in college football this year, I think Alabama runs it back. not a fucking crazy take.
No.
And I think this Jahmyr Gibbs kid, who I've watched this kid play a ton, coming from Georgia Tech. This kid is about to be a game changer for them. At running back, he's a fucking animal. He can catch, he can run, he doesn't fumble. He's a stud. And I think
How
he's
are y'all
gonna
supposed to be this year?
Who, VT?
Yeah.
We're gonna be fucking terrible. We're gonna be dog shit. We're starting a kid from. We're
I just
starting
wanted
to
to see if you
transfer
were going to
from.
be honest.
Yeah, we're gonna be terrible. We're starting a kid from Marshall, who transferred, who's supposed to be like pretty average. He'll probably be pretty average, just like the team. I mean, we're like VT is like the best, most consistently average team, year in, year out. Besides when we had Vic, and went to the Natty and lost, but. We're like the 6-6 Kings, right? We always finish like 6-6, 7-5, right there, barely sneaking into a bowl game. That's what we do. Yeah. This year, I would be surprised if we get a bowl game. Even though the ACC is down, I mean, we're only 8-point favorites against ODU week 1. I think that kind of tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Only thing y'all got going is like that sick ass intro y'all do, which I think is the best in college football.
I 100% agree. Enter Sandman in Lane Stadium is fucking nuts.
I mean, how do you beat that?
It's nuts. I mean, we would go when we're playing when the team sucked, or when we're playing a shitty team, or when we just wanted to go to the local watering hole and just hit the bars. We'd still go in for Enter Sandman, and then we just fucking leave. It was actually wild. We go in before the game even fucking starts. You go in for Enter Sandman, you jump around like a maniac, and then you just leave while they're kicking off. It's actually ridiculous. Don't recommend it. We probably should have stayed. But the team was buns and they didn't do shit for us. So it is.
I mean, at least y'all made them feel good, like coming out. So
hell yeah. And there were some big games we had. They were pretty cool. We had Clemson come. They kicked our teeth in. We had game day here for Notre Dame. That was sick. We got our dicks kicked in there too. It is what it is. But we're a basketball school now. College basketball.
Y'all are?
We are.
We.
I cannot wait. So is TCU. Yes. And maybe so is Texas. Honestly, at this point. Holy shit.
Come on now. We're a golf school. We're a golf school.
When are you a golf school? When is Texas going to be good again? Are they going to be okay this season?
Look. I mean, okay. I'm not going to say Texas is back because it's a stupid thing to say. I've never said that. But this is the first season I'm actually excited for, and that says a lot. It says a lot. I haven't been excited for a goddamn football season in a long time, and I'm super excited for this year. I mean, if Quinn Ewers lives up to the hype, I mean, Bijan Robinson, not worried about him. He's actually a good little dark horse for the Heisman. But yeah, if Quinn Ewers comes through, I mean, we got a team. We've got a team. A lot of talent.
So I'm seeing their win total at 8.5.
Yeah, which is weird, right? Come on, Krabs. Like, that's weird. It should not be 8.5.
I mean, that's definitely a spec high, in my opinion. I need to go through and look at what everyone else is in their conference, but that's definitely a smidge high. I do agree with you.
It's a little high.
Especially being that they have a guaranteed loss in week 2 by probably 6 touchdowns.
That's that shit I be talking about, Jovan. That's that shit I be talking about.
What game is that?
They play Bama.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm going to be there, and I'm going to backpack us to covering that goddamn, 14.5?
Lauren, you might have to suit up and go in and play yourself if you want to win.
No, like I have the whole fit ready to go. Like I'm locked in. We're covering that game.
And I'm gonna get you scared before we hop off here in a couple. Have you heard the rumors that maybe Arch Manning might not be fully 100% committed to Texas, and that there's a chance that he still might be weighing his options and looking around?
Look, this is what's like bothered me with the Texas. Like, they're so worried about Arch. I don't give a fuck about Arch Manning. I want Quinn Ewers, who's here and now. We're worried about him. I'm higher on Quinn Ewers, anyways.
Wow.
Arch Manning, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, he plays football at a private school. I don't know. Just not very high on it.
Hey, private school makes some pretty good guys, though, I will say.
Yeah, it does. But part of me does wonder is it because of the last name? I don't know. I mean, I'm not your normal, like, delusional Texas fan. I don't know.
Right.
But Quinn Ewers, I mean, he's the guy. I love the mullet. That's who I want my quarterback to be. He's got the whole look.
All right. I will say we started a guy with a mullet in our bowl game against Maryland last year, and we lost 50-0. Pretty sure. So maybe your guy's mullet's better than ours.
No, No,
But
people are saying like,
it
is
is what
he
it
like
is.
Tate Martell with a mullet? I'm like, the disrespect is crazy.
You better hope he's not Tate Martell with a
He's
mullet. 'Cause
not.
If he is, Texas is officially not back. If that's the case.
If Texas like doesn't get at least 8 wins this year, I'm entering the transfer portal as a fan. I am.
Okay. All
I am.
right. Well,
I'm going to
the
Arkansas.
The Hokies will fucking welcome you with open arms. I'll tell you that much. Although we stank.
Yeah, I can't go to
So I
another
wouldn't
bad
recommend.
team. Come on now.
I wouldn't recommend to a friend. The team is not looking too hot. But guys, we've got football literally tomorrow. I know you two are extremely stoked, as am I, to get to bet on some fucking pigskin.
Oh my
And
god.
finally, not some baseball. We'll still be betting baseball, of course, but football is king. We all know that. And although our GOAT Trent might not be the biggest college football guy, I know all three of us definitely are, which is good for the program. So we'll be locked in. The week 0 slate, it blows. We all know it blows, but we'll take it. We'll
take
absolutely
it.
take it. I'm stoked. Let's go Vanderbilt. I think we can all get behind that one.
Yeah.
Fuck Hawaii. They're going to get absolutely clapped. I cannot wait to be 20 beers deep Saturday night, barely being able to see my phone, locking in Vanderbilt to cover with ease, getting to sit back and watch it.
Just sweating it out at 11 p.m. Like, come
We're
on.
back.
We're back.
We're
We're so
back.
back.
In the early hours of Sunday, we will be sweating a game. And that's what it's all about.
That's what it's
Plain
all
and
about.
simple.
That's America.
That's what it's all about. Lauren, I appreciate you coming on. That is America. That is America
America.
right there. Betting on football. Grow the fuck up if you're not doing it. Lauren, I appreciate you coming on. We'll definitely have to have you come up again before NFL starts. We'll go over some stuff. But I know you're a big college football girl. I'm rooting for Texas for you. We'll see if they're officially back or not. But that win total is a little high.
It's a Krabs
maybe it's
line.
a good thing. It kind of is.
It's a Krabs
It kind
line.
of is. Jovan, I'm wishing TCU the best, my man. I know we don't play you guys really ever. But I hope you guys end up playing well. And I hope the baseball bets soar tonight. And let's go Nats. People forget the Nats are a favorite tonight. Kate Cavalli on the bump. First career start. So had to give that kid a shout out. Really excited to see what he's got in the tank. But I appreciate you guys coming on. As always, let's have a Friday chat. Let's have a fucking night. Let's hit some bets tonight. And let's pay for our fucking beers this weekend. Plain and simple.
Let's
We don't
get
have
it.
a choice.
Do it.
All right. I appreciate it, guys.
Of course.